Hi, I'm going to be sharing with you the first gift in this book, The Hush by Sky Milky Wagner on page 41. As I was reading the scene, I was really confused as to what could possibly be in this gift. Because on page 41, they were talking about how they experience music by touching an object. And I was really just not sure what could possibly be in this little box from this description. Maybe it's something that looks like the shape of a lamp, but I can't know for sure till I open. So I'm going to read you the scene so you can have an idea of what it is. Chester let the darkness wash over him. His breathing sounds harsh down here in this cell below the earth, discordant. He focused on the music he'd been playing in the bar. The nightfall duet. He strained it to remember the exact point when the music had changed, when it had melted from an ordinary melody into music, then into the song itself. A sorcery lamp drifted bluish light drew his cell. Well, he's in the cell because he got arrested for playing the song, quote unquote. Looking for comfort, Chester reached it up to touch the glass. It was warm but not hot enough to burn his fingertip. As he brushed it, a familiar melody crawled from the lamp into his skin. It was a common nursery rhythm used by song shapers to enchant simple objects. Lamp, kettles, carriage wheels, the effect of the magic depends on how the music was played, and the color of light came from the creator's own power. So, this was where the sticky was, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, sorcery lamp? Maybe it is an object with the shape of a lamp in it, because how is this a lamp? You know, seriously, this is so small. So I'm going to open this gift and you can see what I got. Oh, it's like a night light. It has, a night light. That actually makes complete sense with the way they described it, a light, and then they're using this to look at this nice blue glow. And that's the first gift in this box. It looks really cool. So that's it for this first gift. Okay, I now have a nightlight. The next gift is on page 95. In this scene, one of the characters, Susanna, she's the captain of some bandits, some kind of Robin Hood character. They're a group of people that help people by stealing money from the rich and then giving it to the poor. So she was in a moment where she was completely bored and she needs something to distract her. Not completely bored, but she needed something to distract her. So this is how the scene happened, which is on page 95, as you can see. And I'm going to start reading from this paragraph. Dot, she said, "Can you fetch me my blackboard?" The blonde girl looked as pale as an echo in the natural ebb of light, but she nodded and scampered back toward the kitchen, where Susanna kept a small blackboard and chalk at the end of the table. A moment later, she returned with the board under her arm. So this was exactly where we had the sticky right here. So as you can see, the only thing mentioned in this paragraph that was an object is a blackboard. So this is what I assume this gift will be, and I am going to open this. Oh, this opening on this side. Let's see if this is exactly what I guess it will be. This time it's opening a lot smoothly, so I didn't need to use a pair of scissors. There we go. Let's see, there's a blackboard. Yes, it is a little blackboard, but there's no chalk. It has a little rope, so and there's two holes here, so I can actually hang this blackboard. I think I'm gonna hang this in front of my room, on my door, so people, when I say do not disturb, it will be perfect. It will be perfect sign. So it's really cute shape too. I really like it, and that's it for this gift. The next gift in this book is for page 213. So when I saw this envelope, I totally thought maybe there was a letter in here or something, because it's very thin. But I love this envelope. It's very pretty with all this detailed. And now, after reading up to page 213, I am anticipating this to be a tattoo because of it's so flat. in this envelope. And on page 2, the reason I believe that is the case because the only item when I read this paragraph is the only item is tattoo. So I assume this may be like a tattoo. The reason why this story mentioned tattoo, you will see in just a minute when I read it. I'm gonna start from down here. There was a long silence. They both looked down at the keys. Then slowly, Dot's finger pressed down. A note rang out. For the first time, Chester noticed a tiny curl of faint brownish ink on each hand, a treble clef but painted backward, as though the symbol has been reflected in a mirror. "What are those?" he said. "Those tattoos." Dot glanced down and her expression went dark. "They gave you these when you're expelled from the conservatorium," she said. "They stopped me from crossing musical threshold. I suppose they don't want failed students to sneak back in and sabotage other people's work." "What? But you..." "Oh, I can still play music," she said. "I can still create my own sorcery. Even the Shapers can't stop me doing that. I can make trinkets and play my tunes in lamps and ladders and engines, but I can't cross a musical barrier, not without someone else to pull me through. You've seen, I can't even move in and out of the hush without help." She looked it down. "The captain has to help me." So that was the mention of tattoo. And she's basically, in the story, you kind of had to read the book to know what's going on in that scene and understand the story more. But the conservatorium is basically like Carnegie Hall music school, basically. And let's see what this is, and if I'm correct that this is an tattoo. Let me see where I could open. Looks very tightly sealed. Give me one moment. Let me grab a pair of scissors. So I have opened this envelope and I feel something in the bottom. Yes. It is, yes, a treble clef, but is this backward? Oh, I think it is. Because usually it's the other way. Yes, I think this is a backward treble clef tattoo. So, if I actually wanted a temporary tattoo, I would totally use this. And that's it for this gift. I'm about to share the last two gifts in the Hush, page 282 and page 353. On page 282, Chester have just gotten into the conservatorium, and he is gonna go in for an auction to see if audition, if she's gonna able to make it to become a student of the conservatorium. But there's a reason behind why he's going there for this audition. So you'll see when you read the book, but I'm gonna go ahead and read this paragraph to lead up to the gift. The auction hall was not what he had expected. The circular room had the same aroma of honey smoke, only more intense. He had entered at the ground level. Looking up, he could see seats looped on a high platform surrounding a shallow pit of gleaming wood. If he squinted, Chester could make out silhouetted figures through the smoke. His stomach nodded. Song Shapers. They must be the conservatorium's teacher, here to judge the audition. A round stage coiled in the center of the pit. A young woman, perhaps 4 years older than Chester, stood on the stage. Her hair fell in silver blonde ringlets, as pale as winter sky, and she held a flute to her lip. The tune that escaped was light and carefree, like a breath of wind among the fields. And this post-it was right here where they mentioned honey smoke aroma. But of course, when you think of aroma, you think of incense, candles, and from the shape of this and the weight of this, I immediately thought of candles. So let me see if I could open this without ripping it and seeing what kind of candle it is. It must have a honey scent to be mentioned in the book like that. Looks like I may need the help of my two hands, so hold on just a moment. Okay, I took off the ribbon, the lace ribbon, and let's see what kind of candle this is. Oh, already made a rip on this nice pretty bag. But this is looking like the Hush Honey Smoke. Is this candle? It looks like a candle. I can see the bottom of a candle wax. Let's see how this smells like. It definitely smells like honey, sweet honey, and a little bit of coffee scent to it. I guess that's what it meant by honey smoke. And it really smells delicious, like I'm about to take a bite out of it if this was not a candle. And I'm going to show you my next gift. For the last gift, which is on page 353, there was a complete unexpected turn in the story. Chester and then Susanna and everyone found out the truth to why the Hush and the conservatorium is connected. And in this scene, the headmaster, the person who's in charge of all this, is going to review something. So I'm going to mention it and start it right here. Nathaniel's eyes were alight now, bright with mania. He tightened his grip on the pistol with one hand, while the other clenched it greedily at his pendant. "We need people to forget," he whispered, "to live in ignorance. The real world isn't real?" Susanna whispered. "Oh, it's real enough," Nathaniel said. "It exists. It's a physical place. But we created it. We all created it. You created it, my dear. You and every other soul in Malurel." "The sundown ritual," Dot whispered. It was the first time she had spoken since Nathaniel had revealed himself. "That's what it's for, isn't it? Thousands of souls humming that tune every night in union." "Oh yes," Nathaniel said. 500 years ago, the world's musician created the largest musical enchantment in history. They didn't just build a sorcery lamp or a shield or an echo ship. And I'm going to leave it at that because otherwise I'll be revealing too much spoiler in this gift video. And this ended right here at the pendant. So I'm assuming in this box it will be a necklace of some kind. Because it mentioned the word pendant. And let's see what I got. Ooh, I like this box. Oh, such a pretty box. Look at this box. Oh, where did this part come off? Oh, it probably came off on top somewhere. Right here, probably. Look at this cute box. This is really pretty. This is a violin or a fiddle. And let me open this. Let's see. I think I should open it on this side. Yes. Ooh, and this pendant of Nathaniel's have been mentioned before, and it is said to look like a shell, and it does look like a shell, and I would totally wear this necklace. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing one necklace that was won as a gift from Once Upon a Book Club. And now I have another pair of necklaces, which is really pretty, with this shell. I am totally gonna wear this. Look at that. And that's it for this book and these gifts. Have a good night.